Life
Yes.
is one, right? Life is one. Use it in a way, create a purpose, create a goal for your life, and then live your life to those standards. This is the difference between understanding, knowledge, and wisdom.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Today it is an honor and a pleasure for me to introduce you to all to this particular session where we are going to know more about the value of wisdom. My name is Harsh and I'm going to moderate this session for all of you, wherein I'm going to introduce you to all about event and perhaps the person who is going to interact and address all of us. First of all, I request you to kindly acknowledge and welcome the presence of our esteemed guest, Madam Rabia Bhatia, who is here with us. I would like to request to all the person, those who are watching this session on YouTube, to kindly applaud in the comment section and welcome the presence of our guest. Madam Rabia Bhatia is a facilitator, mentor, educationist, and learner. Her goal is to continue applying the principles of humanistic approach in all parts of her life. She believes in the importance of observational learning. She has been awarded by Rex Karamveer Fellowship Global Awards and Rex Karamveer Bronze Awardee as well as by FWA at a Innovative Educational Award 2020 for her contribution towards society. I believe her profile has so many things, so many glories, which I won't be able to explain in next few minutes, but I'm pretty sure during this conversation we are going to learn a lot from her. So moving to the topic of today's session, which we have chosen is, and of course, which is a very famous quote of Sir Albert Einstein, wisdom is not a product of schooling, but of a lifelong attempt to acquire it. Ma'am, it's a kind request to you kindly explain our viewers what do you think, what are your thoughts over this quote?
Sure. Thank you, Hor. Thank you once again for inviting me on this platform. And I am truly feeling blessed and honored that I am here to share my express my views and thoughts on this particular topic. So, Harsh, I just missed out the quote actually because of some technical issues. Could you please repeat the quote? I think I know I have understood the quote, but could you please repeat it once again for me? That would be of great help.
Sure, ma'am. Wisdom is not a part of schooling, but of the lifelong attempt to acquire it.
Absolutely, absolutely, Harsh. I mean, it's wisdom. If you talk about wisdom, wisdom comes from life experiences. You gain wisdom every day with respect to your daily challenges of life, with respect to your daily challenges, whether they are personal or professional. Coming to my, work experience, I'll just quickly share the work experience as well as, I'll share how I keep on gaining a bit of wisdom every day. What happens in a daily scenario, what happens in a daily life actually, where we can gain wisdom and be a better version of ourselves. So, coming from to the background of my work experience, I've been working for past 18 years into diversified sectors and with corporate, IT sector, hospitality sector, marketing sector, and banking sector. The only sector which is left is healthcare sector. And because I've been associated with the education sector for past 6 years now, and I think I found that mission 6 years ago that working for the corporate sector or the IT sector, this is not what I have been born for. So there, something happened in my life where I gained this wisdom. Wisdom do not come from the knowledge, though knowledge and wisdom go side by side. I'll just share an example for you. You know the subject. Student is going to the college. They know the subject, right? They learn, they gain knowledge from the bookish education. But where is that wisdom? How to use that knowledge? that comes from daily life experiences. Lot of challenges come in between, whether it is a personal challenge or a professional challenge. In job scenario, I think you're also working and you're also a student. In fact, I'm not. I don't. I think I'm quite close to you. That you are a student, and being a student, I'm sure you must be facing a lot of challenges when it comes to studies, especially if we talk about the pandemic situation. All the students, what they are facing problems. They are facing problems with respect to the physically meeting their friends. They are facing problems, they're facing issues when it comes to meeting with their teachers physically. Because that physical bond makes a huge difference, whether it is with a teacher, whether it is with your friends. You feel that securedness, you feel that, emotional bonding with them. However, this online teaching, this online learning classes you gained the knowledge by, going through different digital apps also, by using technology more and more. But how to use that knowledge appropriately, that came with the span of time, with when you gained wisdom that this app is right and this app is of no use actually. Am I correct, Harsh? Tell me.
Absolutely.
Right? So
I think, ma'am, it was really a very quite insightful and meaningful answer from your side. And I think the viewers, those who are watching this session, of course, it will be beneficial for them as well. So, ma'am, moving to the second question of this session, ma'am, my next question to you is, what do you think? What are the qualities of wisdom?
qualities of wisdom, then you become a good learner. That is the first quality. The moment you stop learning, there you stop growing, and there the wisdom stops. The right wisdom stops. So the quality of wisdom helps you in daily learning, in daily growth, and daily progressing in life. As I said, the quality of wisdom helped you to cross this challenge of pandemic, and we have come to this conclusion that yes, online learnings are also good at times, but yes, it has to be a mixture of online as well as offline learning. So these are the qualities. The more you gain with knowledge, the more you gain wisdom. You learn how to be, how to be wise in life. You have two choices, right? You have two choices. One is a shortcut, one is the long route. Shortcut is always wrong. We know that. We will win through a shortcut, but later on it will create problems. The longer route is a longer route. You will face a lot of challenges in early stages, but later on it will be a huge victory for you, right? So the qualities of wisdom is that you know what what is the right way, what is the path that you have to choose. For example, you are doing a course, you are I'm not too sure what course you are doing, Harsh. If you could just
BTech.
let us know what course you are into.
BTech in
Sorry?
Computer Science and Engineering.
BTech in computers, right? After doing the BTech in computers, you would like to be an engineer, right? Something related to software engineer or hardware or a mechanical engineer types, right? If in case you know this knowledge, you have a subject knowledge, but you don't know what career to use, what is the point of gaining so much of knowledge? So you need to use that wisdom, that which career is right for you. You need to use the right option for your career, which pays you well, which keeps your life secured, and which can help you in proper growth opportunities as well. So these three things you will have to be thinking always when you are choosing your career. So there, the quality of wisdom comes into picture. How wise you are in choosing your career after doing such course, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Similarly, I'll just share one.
You, ma'am, please
I'll
continue.
just share one more experience. Right. So a small experience I'll share. Now, as educators, we were not ready, prepared for this, online teaching, online learning. Globally, we were not prepared actually. However, we started using our wisdom, not knowledge, We became wiser day by day that how we can make the online classes more fun learning, so that the student should not feel frustrated and they should start enjoying the online. So this is where the wisdom comes into picture, and this is the quality of wisdom when you know what to do and how to do. So that is where the wisdom comes, the quality of wisdom lies. You know the knowledge, you have the knowledge that these are the apps which are good in creating the fun learning activities for the student, but you're not able to use the right wisdom, you're not wiser enough to how to use those apps, right?
Indeed,
So
ma'am.
that is the quality of wisdom.
Ma'am, my next question to you, what are the valuable differences between knowledge, wisdom, and understanding?
Understanding is just understanding. You know, you have understood the concept without having any knowledge, but you have understood the concept, particular concept. For example, take the example of life only, right? Many people understand life, but they don't have the knowledge of life, and they do not they are not wiser enough to use the how to live actually. I have given you a sentence, for example, of life. Many people understand life, but they don't have knowledge about life, how to live, and they are not wiser enough to live properly. You understand? Life
Yes.
is one, right? Life is one. Use it in a way, create a purpose, create a goal for your life, and then live your life towards that purpose. This is the difference between understanding, knowledge, and wisdom.
Again, ma'am, you made a very good, important point, and I think those viewers, those who are watching this session, of course, it will be fruitful for them. Ma'am, my next question to you,
I can elaborate it for you. Yeah.
ma'am, sorry, I can't hear you. Please, could you
I
please?
said I can elaborate more this. I said if you want, I can elaborate this for you. The life example of what is understanding, what is knowledge, and what is wisdom, basically.
Sure, ma'am, it will be
If you
great.
want, I can elaborate at the end. I'll elaborate at the end, so you can shoot out the next question, and I will come back to this point and elaborate it in it.
All right, perfect, ma'am. Ma'am, my next question to you, as you have told that you have been associated with the education sector from last 6 years. Ma'am, what do you feel? What are your opinion on the Indian education system?
Okay, if you are if you want me to be very transparent and don't want me to hide anything about the Indian education system, yes, Indian education system was not at all good. It always talked about the marks, degrees, which created a peer pressure, lot of pressure, parents pressure, environmental pressure on the students. Why? There was a competition. Always there was competition. Be it parents, be it educators, be it as student also. They always had this pressure in mind that yes, I have to get 95%, or I have to get 98%, or I have to get this much marks because my friend is getting this much marks. Why comparing? Why there is a comparison? Marks doesn't make your destiny. Degrees doesn't make your destiny. I am simply a BCom graduate person, Harsh. I got 66% in my final year, BCom final year. I am what I am today because I became wiser. I got the knowledge and I used that knowledge to live a wiser life. You know, it was only through the daily experiences, daily learnings. Wherever I went to work, wherever I worked, be it a banking sector, be it IT sector, be it this marketing sector or hospitality sector, I just kept on learning something. And this learning never stopped. I am still a learner. I still learn from my leaders. I still learn from my students. I still learn from the people in my environment.
Again,
Life gives you a lot of opportunities, but you have to be wiser enough to choose the right opportunity.
again, ma'am, it was really a very quite insightful answer from your side, and I think it's a kind of privilege that today we got a chance to hear all these things from you. Ma'am, moving to my next question of this session. What are the immediate changes? Ma'am, I want to know your opinion. What are the immediate changes needed in the Indian education system?
See, Harsh, if you talk about the immediate changes, yes. Till last year, we were thinking to make a lot of changes when it comes to, especially with the CBSE curriculum, or because IB curriculum gives you a lot of freedom to showcase your talents, to learn about life. But CBSE did not give this opportunity earlier. And now, with respect to this NEP 2020 coming into picture, I think they have somewhere come to the conclusion that life skill values, moral values, real life scenarios are very important for a student to grow in life and to become a better person. We have we are coming with vocational trainings. So vocational trainings is also part of the NEP 2020, which gives a student showcase their talent in their own way. So I think we talk about the four C's: collaboration, creativity, compassion, and to become a that creative person in life, to become a better person in life. These all things are included in NEP 2020. However, see, the curriculum, the government has introduced this curriculum, though the schools will take some time to implement it completely. Having said that, the schools have started with the teachers training, the students training, project based learning, real life practical learning. So example, if we talk about SDG goals, right, sustainability development goals, we are doing real life experience, like giving the real life scenarios to students. They are planting the seed themselves, they are growing the seeds themselves, they are watering the plants, so they know what is sustainability development goal. We are doing a lot of MUNs, uh, Model United Nations. We are doing global MUN so that we can globally collaborate with the outsiders, with the foreign student, and do a exchange of dialogues and come to conclusion and understand what is that we are lacking here. For example, poverty is there. For example, illiteracy is, a lot of illiteracy is still there in India. So we have to work together for that. Now MU, as I said, NEP is there. So I think the India has started, Indian education system especially has started moving to the right route, right path, wherein the students would be more, understandable. They would be more wiser, and they would be more compassionate. As we all know that we have the crimes every day. The crimes are increasing day by day. Why there is a lot of increase in the crime? Because of the illiteracy, lack of education, lack of compassion, and lack of understanding that each life is valuable, each life is important. So things like this have been included in NEP now. I am sure that we have taken our first step towards the right direction. It will, this I think it will take another 3 to 4 years, and yes, we'll be there. So this is all about Indian education system, if you talk about.
All right, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am, for sharing all of your detailed analysis over that. Ma'am, my next question I have from one of my subscriber. Actually, the question is: diverse group of average people acting together solve problems better than experts do. What are your thoughts over it?
I completely agree, completely agree. But because of the fact, experts are experts in their own field. As I said, every life is important. Everybody has its own talents and skills, right? So, collaboration, creativity come into picture when people from diversified sectors work together. And for example, me and you, for example, two people, we are from the different sectors. We are working for a one project. So the mission is one, our goal is one, our mind, there are two minds, but we are working together for a one mission actually. So two people using their own minds, there's a lot of creativity because we have both are different from the different backgrounds. We have our own experiences of life. So we will put all that into the completion of this mission, right? So that is where the collaboration comes into picture, and that is where again team building and the team bonding comes into teamwork comes into picture. You have a team of 5 people, different minds altogether, one goal. Think they are all from different sectors. One is from marketing, one is from sales, one is from education background, one is from healthcare. But your mission is to reach towards the usage of the right kind of technology for the learning of the student. So you have to accomplish this goal. So obviously, the salesperson would put in his efforts and put in his creativity. The person from the education background will use his own expertise. The person from the health sector will use his own expertise. And yes, when you're working together for one goal. There is a project-based learning. You have a one project to work on. Obviously, it would be a fruitful project, and you will accomplish your mission, no doubt. See, experts. For example, we are all experts, right? But we are experts. For example, you make a project where all educators are working for one project, but they are not from the diverse sectors. They are experts in education sector, right? So, as I said, you need to have your own talent and you need to have your own skill set, and those skill sets when you pour into one mission, obviously, experts will not work in a way where the diverse minds will work, because they are experts in all the ways. All the experts have come into picture. One from the education sector, one from hospitality sector, one from IT sector, one from sales background. So they're all experts together working for one project and working for one goal.
Again,
I hope it is clarified.
yes, ma'am, you did it very well. Again, ma'am, it was really a very quite insightful answer from your side, and I must say the kind of energy you brought into this session, it was really very, very inspiring for all of us. And today, ma'am, I don't want to take you much time. So, moving to my last question of this session, ma'am, I was thinking to ask this question before also, but I never got a chance. So today, I'm raising it here. Ma'am, who has inspired you the most to be successful in your life and achieve your goals?
Okay, so the question is amazing because I really wanted to talk about it. I am following a practice which is a life changing philosophy for past 11 years. Everybody has that one mentor in life who inspires you, and you actually follow the path of your mentor. And if you don't have a mentor, believe me, Harsh, you're missing out something in life. Have a mentor whom you can talk to, whom you can share your feelings with, whom you can share your daily problems with, because as a mentor, that person is your guide, and he will never guide you the wrong thing. He or she will always give you the right guidance. And when you follow your mentor, you automatically get inspired from his work or her work, and then more automatically you start following the same path. So my mentor is Dr. Daisuke Ikeda. He's a mentor to me, he's a guide to me, and I follow Dr. Daisuke Ikeda. He has been honored 16 universities in India. Manav Rachna, I'll just take few of them. For example, Manav Rachna University honored him, Jaipur University honored him. So these are the major two Indian universities which I could remember actually. However, there are 16 universities. He only talks about compassion, gratitude, happiness, thanking somebody, and be a better version. There is no comparison. You don't compare, you can't be compared with somebody else, and somebody else can't be compared. As I said, every person has its own skills and strength, and every life is important. We just have to remember this, that we have to respect each life, and we have to respect ourselves as well at the same point of time. After following this practice, and after because I've just followed Dr. Daisuke Ikeda, so his teaching says that you can't change somebody else. You can only change yourself. So compare yourself with yourself, be a better version of yourself, be a better person what you were yesterday. Improve on yourself. Understand your mistakes, realize your mistakes and improve your mistakes. And never hurt someone. Don't hurt anyone. There is something called karma, if you have ever heard about this karma word. So I am a great follower of this karma theory. I totally believe that do good and earn good. The more you create good causes, the more you earn good fortune. Because you are doing good for somebody, obviously that person will shower a lot of blessings on you. And obviously you will start, exploring, you will start achieving everything in your life. Because you're not hurting anybody and you're just doing good. So think about that doing good, how it works actually.
All right, ma'am. It was
So
really
this is
very, very inspiring for all of us. And ma'am, thank you so much for joining and giving your important time. It was, I think, a healthy discussion with you about the topic. Thank you so much, ma'am, for joining. We look forward to conduct more sessions with you in future. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you, Harsh. Thank you so much. And I would like to thank all my audience. I'm Rabia Bhatia. You can always reach out to me on LinkedIn. I'm active on LinkedIn. I have been associated with the NGOs and schools, colleges, the education sector. So please reach out to me if you have any questions about students, mentorship, or life skills. I'm available. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Planet on the ground is where I stand. Never give up, that was always the plan. It's so cold outside, I'm alone, I'm alright. It's so cold